NERDSoul.
Lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, oh yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of that's right, thumbnails, the animeish crew. I got two awesome individuals with me right now. At first, before we even get started, I'm gonna throw it out to y'all for the Happy New Year. This is our first time back in the brand new year. So if you're listening, you're watching, whatever you're doing, Happy New Year to you. But with that said, I'm joined first by the awesome person that introduced me to a restaurant called Saltine. I give to you Gamma Ray Cosplay.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Gamma Ray Cosplay, warrior by day, cosplayer by night, geek always, and totally have obsessed with anime. Serious addiction. So I'm here.
Then I'm gonna throw it over to the next person up in here. You know what I'm saying? You might see her dressed as a hater saying that also happens to be a prince. Ninja Sama Cosplay. What's up?
Good morning, good evening, and good night. It is not tricking if you got it. It is Ninja Sama. We're gonna get off the hateration in this dancery.
I love it.
Bye.
All right, so real quick before we get started, I know you've been at you went to MagFest yesterday. I know you're going today. What's some of the anime stuff that you saw there that was pretty dope, or something that maybe you bought or whatever?
So, lots of anime representation across the board. I would say overall, it leaned heavier towards, the new stuff that's out right now. Chainsaw Man, My Hero. I saw a decent bit of Dragon Ball stuff, Naruto stuff. Criminally enough, not a lot of Bleach stuff, considering that it is airing currently or just finished airing. So I'm doing a Matsumoto today from Bleach because I didn't see a single Shinigami outfit yesterday. But the swag is great. Lots of merch and stuff like that. So it's dope over at National Harbor, Maryland. If you guys want to check it out next year, early January.
All right. So we also got Keith from Blurtish, got Coop up in here. What up, man?
What up, man? I'm gonna be like a minute or two. Speaking of cons, hey, what up, Sherry? How's it going? I'm going to Fan Expo NOLA myself right now. I actually came in just to mess with Mark, but like, where you at, man? Why you ain't pull up?
Well, if you going to NOLA, I'm gonna just say, be careful where you park, man. I heard they breaking in the cars out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't go on a cruise out these streets without somebody breaking in your stuff.
Hey, that's any Sunday morning
that's
in New Orleans.
I'm not saying it's Jackson too,
but I'm gonna be here just for the day. So
right.
Yeah. I look, honestly, I'm not just to get off of anime for a second. I ain't doing no cruise until we have that one pill for COVID that can heal you instantly. Until then, what is a cruise? I don't know what you speak of.
Yeah, I ain't going on a death cruise. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm good. So I'm gonna start this off with your boy Aki. All right, your boy Aki out here. You know what I'm saying? He having memories of a sweeter time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll throw it to the panel right now. I felt like there was like a bit of love in there. I felt like there was a little bit of love where Aki, when you know what I'm saying, when he saw that, that little cigarette, it was a little bit of heartwarming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, was I wrong? Am I wrong? Let me know if I'm wrong.
You are absolutely not wrong. I mean, this is why I love the show. Sorry to jump in, but I know I ain't gonna be long once I find this parking space. But basically, yeah, man. I mean, he cared about her. I mean, yeah, he's single-minded about his goal, but I love that they show that Aki, in his own way, like, he's a human. He has human emotions, cares.
Mm-hmm.
It's like these people are helping me, and they kind of become my family. He's just kind of dead inside, but he still is human. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, fly honey dip. You know what I'm saying?
So she was a good. She seemed to be a good person.
You know what I'm saying? She cared about him. You know what I'm saying? And then she saved him in the end. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have died, but she saved him in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I think it's more so, I didn't really take it as that kind of like, affection. I took it as more as like, he's realizing that, damn, like, I lost all my family. I'm on this revenge mission. And the one person, I'm keeping everybody at arm's length. And here comes this, chick, this mentor who's literally trying to be the worst influence while also trying to be a positive influence. Like, I don't really get her motive, but he's like, I'm gonna rock with it because she will help me reach my goal. And then they have this kind of relationship in the sense of I think it's strictly platonic on both sides, but just very heartfelt, like a mentor, like somebody I look up to, just sits there, and I really care about. And when the reality of like, oh, she really cared about me, I wasn't just another one of her subordinates. She wanted me to get out, she wanted me to live a life, she wanted me to care about her. I think that's a flood of emotions, and that's when it hit him, and he was just like, dang, I have been on a one-track mind of revenge. But he still, I think it just, further strengthened his resolve of like, yeah, there's people out there that care about me, I can care about people, but this is what I gotta do to help protect the people I love, so to speak. That's kind of the vibe I got.
Okay. All right, maybe I'll ease back. How about you, Ninja? Have you seen the most recent, well, I guess the finale of the saga of Denji?
I still have to binge Chainsaw Man, so I basically just tuned out the past 5 minutes because I don't want to get spoiled.
I forgot.
So I
you
just
right.
kind of looked at my dog
right.
and just contemplated life and stared outside the window and
put
my hand on the window like the meme and just looked outside while all the kids played and talked about Chainsaw Man, and I'm stuck inside because my mama said the street lights are coming on. So I will binge it soon here. Last week.
Oh, I'm so jealous. You get the binge.
Yeah, all the stuff. I'm gonna get to it. I think it would be a good binge, though. I know you guys watched it weekly, but I'm excited to get a binge. I binged Lookism, which is part of anime-ish, right? Korean based. So watched that on Netflix last week. It's based off of a manhwa webtoon. So that is definitely worth a check out. I think Keith watched it. I don't know if he's parallel parking right now, but I saw it.
I did watch it. I was muted. I'm sorry. I was talking. I was muted. I did watch it. But I'll say this one thing about Chainsaw Man, not to mention that. I like that they show that grief can hit you in multiple ways, just like in real life. And dealing with grief is very important, and sometimes you will deal with it for years. So hats off to them to show somebody kind of dealing with grief, and in a realistic way, I think, considering the backdrop of everything.
Yeah, consider that you're fighting demons.
Like, you're fighting demons, but you gotta fight. You gotta deal with your emotions. And I say, like, deal with them like bury them, but like, you don't know how that stuff gonna hit you. Like, to this day, just use myself example. I don't know when grief about my father or my older brother will hit me. It just do. So it might be a memory that triggers it. You never know. Emotion, a feeling. I've gotten better, but you just don't know. So, but to go back to what Ninja said, I did watch Lookism. I have some thoughts on it, and I'll get to it quickly. But go ahead, Ninja.
No, I mean, you could have gone right into it. It's no problem. Basically, for me, with the spoiler alert that there will probably be a second season, so don't think it's going to be a one and done. It gives
thank God.
Yeah, it gives an insight into. It's like 8 episodes long, so it's still an easy watch. It gives insight to Korean high school culture and how bullying differs there from like here, but also has some similarities. It takes it to the extreme a little.
Man,
but, you know,
do it.
I mean,
Good God.
I mean, yeah. I was like, that's putting it lightly.
Oh, so they got them Stephen King bullies.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
some webtoons and manhwa can be dark, you know. So, like when you watch it animated, you gotta lose some of that darkness. So you're just like, it's just dramatic or whatever, but it's still good. It just follows this kid who's getting bullied, and then he wakes up kind of Freaky Friday style. He wakes up in a attractive, more talented body, or you know, seemingly more talented body the next day. And it just goes through how he's being treated differently and all how he befriends people and stuff like that, and how he grows as a person. So definitely worth a watch. I'm always invested and interested to see how webtoons and manhwa get translated into live action, animation, or otherwise. So yeah, it's definitely worth a check out.
It definitely
That's what's up.
shows the difference between us a little bit as far as our culture in the West. And it's like, man, they that vain in Korea, but I mean, Asia, but I guess they are. It's like, you're fat and you're short, you should die. And it's like, God damn, the dude is out here doing nothing, just chilling. I just,
Yeah, man. It's like crazy. You think it's bad here? It's like it's just as bad, if not worse, in other
Oh,
countries.
I know it's worse in different countries. It's just like to see it, and like Ninja touched upon, people say that the manhwa and the webtoon is way worse. I'm like, if it's worse than that, I don't know if I can read it. That boy was beaten, blackened, had his pants stripped, and taking photos of. Like, Jesus,
Man, I cannot, like, for instance, Sweet Home is a live action one. It's based off of a webtoon. There's all kinds of like dark, like if you are a reader, if you like to read comics, you like to read manga, stuff like that, it is worth looking into webtoons and manhwa because it's just a different style of storytelling, and some of them have a lot of grit rooted into it, and you can kind of see the day-to-day of whatever characters. I cannot stress enough, it's just like an interesting change of pace. But webtoons have also launched a lot of Western comics and stuff too, like Lore Olympus and things like that. But that's kind of a side tangent. We're here for animation, not necessarily static comics, but all these things, when they get popular like that, they do turn into animation in some form because they're that popular. So it's just something to keep an eye out for.
I'll just say this. I want, what is it? Black Sun and Kimio. I pray one day that those black webtoons get animated one day. That would be beautiful to see.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm keeping my eye on a couple of joints on the comic side to get animated, especially Pac Samson, but that's a personal favorite of mine. Oh, I'm reading Pac Samson for like the 5th time, or 500th time, whatever. But 500th time or whatever with my son. But anyway.
Hey man, shout out to Ahmad. His style definitely lends itself to a brighter, poppier anime easily.
Yeah, but Shad is dope, man. Like I think it's gonna be one of them things where when he does blow, people gonna be like, "Oh man, he's brand new." I'll be like, "Nah, actually,
no, get out these streets."
He's been out here for a minute.
He loves to tell me to shut up about Dragon Ball Z any chance he gets. He's nice. He's a nice gentleman, but anytime
Dragon Ball Z is about to struggle, son. Dragon Ball is about to struggle. You know what I'm saying? Every time you lift some weights or do some pull-ups, somebody come around trying to beat you up again. You know what I'm saying? It's about to struggle.
Sure.
Unless you want to talk about the true struggler, aka, you know what I'm saying, your boy. That's right. You love him, I love him. You know what I'm saying? You come on. Let's talk about Berserk a little bit if you want to talk about the struggler. But anyway,
I don't watch Berserk. I just like I read ain't for me.
I love Berserk, but that's a whole other thing.
I have someone that can speak to Berserk with me right now, actually.
Oh, word?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna buy out. Nice seeing y'all for the new year. It's just sad that all of us ain't got together at one time yet. I guess this is close.
We gonna be together for real soon. You know
I'm about to get in here.
Yes, we
go check out Fan Expo and go support some friends and all that. So I'm gonna excuse myself from the show. So good seeing y'all and have fun.
All right, peace out.
Peace.
I did want to throw it to either Gamma or Ninja. Have either of you seen My Hero this week? Because I didn't see it this week. I know we got a new episode, but I haven't watched it. So I want to know. I want y'all to get me hype. How dope is it? Is it the hotness? Come on, let me know.
I watched it.
The way you said you watched it, you didn't sound excited.
Well, no, it was. I'm always excited for My Hero. I think this particular episode though was just kind of a recap and also kind of transition into this next phase. Part 2 of the season. So I think it just came off the cusp of the battle, the big final showdown, throwdown, and now it's like everybody, after dealing with the shock, everything's kind of settled in, and it's like, oh, just what happened? Like they're gathering, their thoughts and emotions, dealing with acknowledging the fact of, fallen heroes, people who died in the battle, and that was tough. Them being like, hold up, we lost 2. This is a joke. Like reading it in the manga, it was tough, but like seeing it on screen, it was just like, man, so that's kind of where that episode kind of kicked us off for this part 2 of this season. But I enjoyed it still. I enjoyed the new opening, and I'm just really excited to see what they continue to add and bring.
Yeah, because that man, that boy Deku boy, you know what I'm saying? That young Deku, he fighting even when he ain't got no arms and no legs. You know what I'm saying? When the boy doing, he trying
whip action.
He this is a family show, but it's easy. That's a slam dunk. It's literally a layup, but I'm gonna let it go.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's literally a layup, but it's too easy. But you know what I'm saying? He doesn't struggle as much as Guts. You know what I'm saying? But he's out there. He's trying to do his best. And I guess we do need an episode to kind of chill because everybody's pretty much beat down. Like maybe Shoto looked like he got a little bit left in the tank, but Bakugo is like he laid out. You know what I'm saying? Deku,
and
he laid out.
Just mentally and emotionally, like their heroes are trying to comprehend like what just happened. Like, oh my gosh, like everything just went to hell and back. What are we even doing? Like it's literally like how, I'll say I've never been in one, but knock on wood, but for people who have experience like dealing with natural disasters, like your hometown got hit by an earthquake, a hurricane, and you're just looking at the utter destruction of it all. Like your home and your favorite spot to go hang out and eat is now in shambles, and you don't know where your loved ones are. Like it's utter chaos, and you just feel like just mentally and physically like defeated. And I think that episode did a good job of like showing that to kind of set the tone of like, where do you go from here?
Word up. Throwing it to Ninja. You say you watch Lookism and you got me interested. Anything else that you watched this week besides My Hero? If you watch My Hero, I don't know if you binging that or not.
I've read through the manga through the current arc.
Here come one of them reading.
But I'm gonna binge. Yeah, I'm doing a rewatch of My Hero right now, so I'm gonna just catch up on the new stuff when I get there. But I am familiar with what happens. Besides Lookism, I guess this was technically a couple weeks ago, but I think I just watched it this week. The finale for Bleach this season, the 1,000-year blood arc, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. It's like a 2-parter. Get some backstory to Ichigo's heritage, so to speak, and things that he's got going on. And I think it was well done. I do think there was a couple of lulls there where like the pacing when the season started was like, let's get it. It was really like Ninja World War level of like things that are happening every episode. So I was like, cool,
Yeah.
let's get it. And then I feel like it burnt out a little. Like I appreciated the backstory and stuff. I think it needed to be shown, but I feel like it kind of jumped around after that. Like I feel like maybe the actual finale should have been the backstory, and then he realizes what he needs, crafts this stuff, crafts this new soundbite show, and that be the end, rather than like trying to fill in, well, this is what other people are doing right now. It's like you could have showed that before then, just to kind of show how time passed. But other than that, I think it was great. I think it was a solid 13 episodes overall, considering that a Bleach season is normally around 26 episodes. I think it was kind of a good way to see how the audience can take the new form of storytelling by Bleach. So, all in all, good to watch. Like I told you before, though, you need to go and read a recap or watch a recap so you can know what's going on, because I feel like you're going to get confused moving forward.
Yeah, I haven't watched the I haven't watched the finale yet, but I will say I think one episode, it was last week or week before last, when they went back and started talking about his mom and how she got attacked by a hollow, and well, she saved his dad, and then she got hit by the hollow. I was like, I will admit, I definitely got the feeling like I probably need to go back and watch some stuff.
Yeah, so
because I was like, I don't know who you people are.
It is a huge through line. It's a huge through line for Ichigo's character development, dealing with his mom's passing and how that affects him and his family and all that. This is all a callback to that. So this is like callback to like season 1 stuff. So
okay.
See, yeah, I was like, I think that's a huge
through line. I was
line.
definitely Googling in the midst of it. I'm like, wait a minute, pause. Let me
You gotta go
his name. I was like, I know that's his mom. Like, wait a minute. So his mom was in the house with old boy's mom, and then wait, that's his mom. That's his dad.
So,
like, wait a minute, what's going on? We got some like
this is why
marriages going on. It was crazy.
This is why it's so traumatizing to Ichigo, because his life is unfolded in layers as time goes by. So he only knows a little, like at the beginning of Bleach, we see he becomes a substitute soul or whatever. That's pretty much all he knows. He doesn't really know.
We lost Ninja for a second.
Nitty-gritty.
Okay.
But time goes on. He finds out that he has a proclivity because his dad was a soul reaper. So that was the first layer, which y'all know because y'all had to see, y'all saw that part. But that's like a big revelation, because he didn't know. He just knew that he was like Haley Joel Osment. Like, he's like, I see dead people. Like, that's all he knew. He didn't know that, he wasn't told that was a gift or anything like that. So that was a big part of him realizing that. Now the mom part, like y'all saw, his mom, was killed by a hollow all those years ago. That was the first time Ichigo had even encountered a hollow like that. Before then, he had only seen, spirits and whatnot. So it's like he's learning. He's like he's having to re-grieve, basically, or like he's re-traumatized by this event, because now this means something else in a different context than when it happened as a kid. So that's why I can't say you got to go back and watch the whole show, because that is infinitely long and a lot of fillers and this and that, whatever. But go watch a recap, read a recap. If not, watch the first season. If not,
I went.
But
a couple days ago, I googled up a list of people, like episodes. They're like, okay, watch these episodes, and that's all you need to watch, because there is a lot of filler. But I did see that it's weird, or this is how anime does. But there's it's kind of like watch episode 1 through 30, and then like say 40 through 60. Then it makes a crazy jump from like episode 70 to like episode 200 or something like that. They're like, you can skip. It's like, I don't know. There's some skip. I can't remember the exact number, but it's like 50 episodes. They said you can skip. It's like, man.
Yeah, I remember there was
a
lot of fillers there for 1 minute. I was like, good God Almighty! Like, can we get back to the show?
But yeah, the list I saw, there's like this crazy gap where there's like 50 episodes or so where they're like, you don't need to watch this. So, but yeah, I put a list together because I was like, after the season is over, I'm gonna have to go get my learn on. So I still gotta watch episode 13. I haven't watched that yet, but I'm gonna watch that, and then I'm gonna get my Bleach history on, because I was watching episode 12 and I was like, I mean, this is good that he's helping the old girl out, and I guess that's his daddy, and now his dad's telling him in the future what happened in the past. But I was like, I don't know why this is important. I'm like, I don't know these people.
Yeah,
you know how you come, like, you see somebody arguing, but
like,
you don't know why, and you're like,
why? Where'd she pop up? I swear I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, let me pause, let me Google his name. I was like, okay, I vaguely remember her from the earlier episodes, but like not enough to where I'm like, oh, okay, I see where y'all found her back. I don't know if that was like just supposed to be a callback or what, but yeah, I was there right there with you. So I'm definitely gonna have to do some more deep dive in a recap.
Yeah, because I was
like, I should just need to read the manga too. I probably should just do that.
Because I was like, yo, look, Bleach is way too long. I'm not watching that. But when a new series came out, I was like, hey, it's brand new. It's like when a comic book comes out, you got to issue number 1. I'm like, cool, I can jump on here. And you kind of can, and you kind of can't. Like, it for the action side and some of the stuff they were kind of explaining why they went, I was like, oh, okay, I kind of see sort of what's going on. It's like, all right, you guys are sort of spirits, and there's some like different realms and stuff, but y'all fighting, and these are the bad guys. All right, cool. I'm with you. But then when they got into the later episodes, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna have to go back and watch something else. I'm gonna have to learn some Bleach stuff real quick and come back to y'all. But I mean, in a good way, you know what I'm saying? You know, I could get my learn on, get some Bleach history. I did see the art, and I was like, oh, I remember how anime used to look. I was like, oh, but it was, you know, I'm in it to win it. I'm gonna learn my Bleach. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna get in there.
I will say this, in the newer episodes, when they try to do flashbacks and stuff, they try their best to cover the fact that them mugs used to look like potatoes. I mean, back in the day, we were into it. We're like, hey, let's go. But
we didn't know no better.
We didn't know no better. It was good. It was all good.
Blow up.
Which I've said before, I have to give the studio period. They have stepped their game up for sure. They're also the studio who does Naruto, Boruto, all that stuff. So we know that they're a big studio that have to cut corners at times. But then the new episodes, whenever they try to flashback, they try to cut the fact that the mugs used to look like potatoes, 4:3 ratio. It was it's just what we had. It's just what we had. But you can watch with a guide. You skip the fillers. Sure, you can read a synopsis. You can watch a recap. But now that Bleach is back in it, Bleach is one of the ones I grew up with. Because I was watching Naruto, and then Bleach came on a year later. And then I struggled between picking a two. You know, in the schoolyard, you had to pick a two. And I was like the only little Shinigami out there for a while. I was like, man, Bleach. But then of course, you know, Naruto ruled the day for a while, for years, for a decade. It's fine. But we're here now. Shinigami are back for sure. Get into the backstory, catch up, and then you'll be able to appreciate the newer episodes a lot more once you do that.
Well, see, honestly, I wish I knew about Bleach. Like I knew about Bleach, but I just didn't know. Like, I was like, Bleach? I was like, yo, I don't.
That brings a question.
I was like, it's a cleaner. I was like, I don't care about this. But see, if someone told me, yo, it's supernatural action, I would have been like, cool, I'm watching.
So you knew about, like, let's say, you know, you had Toonami back in the day. You had Naruto. You had Adult Swim, all that stuff. So Bleach aired in conjunction with that whole block. So I don't know if you took a nap during.
I just wasn't interested. I just wasn't.
Oh, you just didn't know what it was about. I got you.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was about. I was like, this sounds stupid. Bleach. I was like, I don't want to watch no show
the name
about Clorox.
I still don't know why it's called Bleach. I would give y'all that. I don't.
So they never explain it?
Yeah, like the name definitely threw people off. Like, even my husband at the time when I had got into it, and he was like, what are you watching? I was like, man, this anime I came across called Bleach. Like, it's really dope. He was like, Bleach? He was like the cleaning product? I was like, on my face.
And now that I think about it, why has Clorox never done collab or some kind of crossover commercial.
Yo.
Bleach.
You know, they might have done that in
That'd have been
Japan.
perfect. That'd
Google
have been
that.
perfect.
They might have done that in Japan. Some bleach company might have did it in Japan because one thing you don't see a lot over here. You see it a little bit now, here and there. But I did a study on this actually when I was in undergrad all these years ago about Japanese advertising and stuff like that, and it'll be the same product in America and it's advertised differently just because your audience and things that whatever. So like whether it's like a Toyota collaboration with Miku Hatsune or something like that, like we're not going to get that same campaign, so maybe Clorox or whatever Japanese bleach product could have probably did a collaboration bleach, we don't know, but we wouldn't see it over here. But we're seeing a little bit more here and there of things like that.
Like, can you imagine Ichigo like drawn? All right, so say it's like drawn, right? And he's like, when there's blood on my sword, the only way to clean it, it's like, the only way to keep the floor clean after murdering tons of people, is bleach. And then you just put the logo on the screen, it'd be perfect.
Man, it's literally think of the equivalent of what we have with like Shaq. Shaq is like a spokesperson for everything.
Yeah,
Shaq. That
Like,
could literally be Ichigo or like Naruto or Goku or somebody, Like icy hot. It's like icy hot, man. It's like Naruto like rubbing his elbows. Like I'm older now. I'm a dad. I need icy hot.
When those old injuries from the Ninja War come back to bother me, I use icy hot. Like, see, it's perfect. It's perfect. Already set up. Come on, man.
I'm surprised that we haven't seen that more, especially with anime and everything becoming more mainstream and just more widely popular across like all fan bases. So I feel like it's coming though. Like we might see it a little bit here and there. But I feel like it's gonna really start picking up steam, especially with all these streaming platforms that are like just battling out. Like, no, we're gonna be the one to have the streamer right for this. We're gonna be the ones to create and the studio to produce and stream this. Like, I think we're probably gonna see a lot more.
All right, word. Now we got someone who rolled through real quick to say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Got the homie Mark Dub.
Yeah. I don't even know what that was, y'all. Good morning.
Oh, what's up, man? How's it going? Oh, Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year, to the audio version. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I typed it, but now I can say it.
Well, happy New Year to you guys too.
You know what I'm saying?
Let 2023 be way better. Man, 2022 kind of blew chunks for me. So yeah, I need 2023 to step it up.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Now, I wanna see, have you watched anything new and or old this week?
Man, y'all will be so proud of me. I did the recaps. I am caught up on My Hero Macadamia.
Oh snap! That macadamia though. Actually,
yeah,
I kind of like that.
That macadamia is nuts. Am I right?
It is right. You are.
See, Ninja. That's why I love you.
Drum sound effects.
That's why I love you.
Hey, Gamma Ray. Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Hey, Ninja.
Yo, all right. So.
Yo, Wallace.
Imagine My Hero Macadamia, right? It's about a whole bunch of like pimps and players, right? But they also do good deeds. So it's like they're youth, but they're training them up. You know what I'm saying? You got straight pimps, players, and hustlers as a teacher, but they also have to do good deeds because you can't just be out there hustling, making money. You know what I'm saying? You also have to do good in the community.
You got to pay it back to the community.
Yeah, man.
What a heart of gold.
Yep. Yo, I can see it. I can see it now. You know what I mean? That'll work. But
I don't know.
Well, actually, that would be a really cool hero to see in the future. Like one is like in like, the streets a little bit. And it's like, he's not a villain or nothing like that, but he's like, this is the way of the world that we have to uplift ourselves. And I get back to the community and I still stop crime. I get it, not necessarily Hawks level, because that's double agent. That's full like on like spy time. but just like this anti-hero, just like I'm still doing what works for our community because we're out here in the streets and we gotta do what we gotta do. That'd be pretty interesting.
So in other words, Batman.
No, that's not what I was referring to. No.
Batman does not give back to the community.
He does. He gives black eyes and bruises back to the community. and free hospital stays. Yay, Batman.
He just couldn't resist bringing in DC and Batman.
I mean, it's me, y'all. I mean, I wish Coop was here to soak it all up.
We have had Batman Ninja, so I'll let it slide. We have had Batman Ninja, so I mean, even though
I expected it to be,
he was more like a samurai than a ninja, but I'll still let it slide.
I think they love samurai, but the word ninja and the ninja stealth outfit is just cooler, and so they run with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure how much his outfit would differ if he was like actually dressed as a ninja. Like maybe you could do like the wraps, but other than that, it would still pretty much look like Batman. He's already got the ninja-esque going on.
Yeah, maybe I guess remove the cape, but then that kind of that's kind of a big part of him. So I don't know, man. That's a good question.
I want to see cyberpunk Batman.
Ooh. Now I would totally see cyberpunk Batman.
Totally would be on board for that.
I wouldn't be against that. I wouldn't be against that one. All right, so back to the My Hero. To the My Hero real quick. Mark Dub, how you feeling? You done caught up?
Oh man. So look. Okay.
Man.
I'm caught up to everything up to that point, and like last week, it ain't feel like a win.
Uh-oh.
I watched my boy Deku, my boy Deku went after All for One, and in my boy's body, in Shigaraki's body. I think I'm saying it right. I may not be. I'm still learning.
You can call him Shiggy for short. It's all good.
We call him Shiggy. It wasn't me. But so all the ones in Shiggy's body, after everything they went through and all them people, man, Makia got me upset. I don't know what to do against Makia. I'm trying to figure out how to defeat these people myself. I had a stressful week as a result of catching up on My Hero Academia. Coop, y'all know Coop is Captain Spoiler.
Oh,
he told
man.
me he didn't want to ruin it for me, but he said, "Oh yeah, bro, some of the people who you just grew to love, yeah, don't get too attached."
Oh man.
So yeah, that's where I'm at. I had a first stressful week of the year thanks to My Hero Academia. Thank you guys.
All right, I'll ask the panel this: do we feel bad for Shiggy since he's not in control of his body?
No.
Yeah, that's still a reach for me.
I guess we can end the show on that.
He takes a
side of him, but that's even a stretch.
He finds a pleasure in how his abilities work. He relishes in it, and that's how he's not quite right in the head. So I don't feel enough sympathy because it's like, look, you can check they have plenty of facilities. You check yourself in. True. Like Looney Bin, Ticket One time, one way stop. He relishes in this, which is fine. There's a lot of villains across media that are like that. They're nuts. They're not right. They were done wrong, but they still have a choice at some point. So yeah, he's not in control, but he has in control of his psyche enough that you could tell that he smiles when these things happen. You know what I mean? So no, I don't have sympathy.
Well, because Deku was trying to act like he was about to feel sad for him, and I was like, "Come on now, D, come on."
That's because it's Deku.
Come on,
Deku will feel sympathy for a splinter.
But I have to say, Deku was throwing them hands at him. Well, he wasn't even throwing hands at that point because his whole body was just a big used sponge. But he was like he had Black Web going, and he was like, "You're the only one I can never forgive." I'm like, man, it was a lot of other ones you shouldn't have forgave.
Yeah, when a good guy in anime says he can't forgive you, that's it. That's over.
Yeah, because Tanjiro shouldn't be forgiving nobody, but Tanjiro be forgiving. Man, Tanjiro
be doing the most out in these streets. Like that dude is like to change his name to Thanksgiving or something. Salvation Army.
He's so at peace with himself. He is the epitome of just like unbothered. Like, you're not about to stress me out. Like, I'm gonna pray. Like, he's literally, if I'm gonna pray for you was a character. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna pray for you.
God bless you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm good over here. Don't bring that energy to me. Wish you all the best. I'm gonna pray for you and yours.
Even as I use this sword to sever your head from your body and send you back to hell.
He'd be like, in Jesus' name, slice.
Amen.
It shouldn't be that bad, but it's like I feel sometimes like I be wanting to corrupt some of these kids, but they look, you know what? I'll say this, Deku, I'm glad that you've got the headspace to be like, to feel sorry, even for like a slight moment for Shigaraki. Cause I'm like, nah, man, nah, he gotta go. But you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not on that level. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to raise my level of forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to forgive, but it's like, I don't think Shigaraki trying to be forgave though. You know what I'm saying?
Hurt people. So he out here like, I had a rough life.
True. Yeah, his power ain't the best. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't lend itself. Well, you know what? I just fixed it now. Like if he had a power for that, he could be in the construction business. Whenever demolition needs to be done, he just walk up to the building, touch it, and boom, there it is. You can use your powers for good. You know what I'm saying? See, Shigaraki, you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Straight wrong.
It's like you say though. It's like he delights in using his powers. So it's kind of hard to feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
Now that being said, I don't feel sorry for him, but I still appreciate the character because we had that My Villain Academia arc, right? So I will always give props for My Hero for allowing us to kind of see behind the curtain there instead of just being like, these are the villains, this is how we got to be. Like, they spent an extensive amount of time explaining how these bad guys work. It's not necessarily enough for me to root for them or feel sorry for all of them. Now, some of them more sympathetic than others, right? But still, like, enough that I could be like, okay, these are out here grinding too. Whenever you watch anime, usually you'll see like the training arc of like, Natsu or somebody like that. You're just like, okay, they're out there grinding. I can see why they're beating the bad guy's ass. Sorry, language. But on the other end, like we're able to see like, it's not like these villains are sitting here counting their money and like, just like chilling. Like they're out here doing what they feel is best too. I can appreciate the storytelling.
Okay. I feel you on that. I
agree with that. Same here.
Yeah, I do like that how they handle the villains, because if you like, we were just talking about Naruto a second ago. Like if you look at that, like the Akatsuki was already dope. Like we ain't never get to see them. Like dude, they was just like, we already sweet. Like you ain't seeing no training, no nothing. Like we just already good, and too bad for you. And like and all the mutant kids from what's the dude name? The dude that just be kidnapping kids and just making them into mutants. I can't remember his name now. But anyway.
Orochimaru?
Yeah. Snake Man. You know what I'm saying? Snake Man Druthers. All right. Like, we ain't never see him train. We ain't never see him like, oh man, I gotta go through my training arc. I gotta go through a montage with some rock music. No, we ain't never see that. It was just Orochimaru was just sweet. Like we saw a little flashback, but you ain't see.
I was gonna say, to be fair, why am I not getting their name right? Not to say anything. Help me. The three Sunny. Yeah, I'm right. I thought I was losing my mind. We do have like the flashbacks here and there, but there's certain that like the universe of Naruto, like a title goes a long way. So you're right. We don't necessarily need to know the context of every single thing Jiraiya or Orochimaru Tsunade did, because they're already the legendary Sunny. Like, we already know they're the baddest in the game. So so that's a little different versus the League of Legends. There's a lot of back and forth and a lot of currency there. It's not like, with the exception of All For One, right? There's no like other like villains out there. There's just like, oh, this is a big overarching, been such a bad guy for so long that this is intimidating besides him. But we didn't need, now we do need his backstory, spoiler, with some other things. But as far as like how he got there, we don't need that, because we know that like he makes All Might shake. So that's all we need. So in Naruto, when they're like Akatsuki or Orochimaru and stuff like that, we don't necessarily need an arc-long storytelling basis of how they got there. Like, we know they're there. Versus in My Hero, they're kind of on the same level. They're both kind of one-upping each other along the way.
Word. And even oh, go ahead.
Oh, just so I'm super new to the genre still, but I found it cool. Like, even watching the villains, like they found a way. They showed Twice his training, and Twice went out like a G, and
yep.
So did the magician cat.
The show, man. Yeah.
And the Gecko Cat homeboy. God, I can't think of his name. But
the missing turtle.
He was yes, Compressed went out like a G, man.
He did.
They were supposed to win, and Compressed pulled it off. Compressed gave Shigaraki some time. Shiggy popped up. All For One jumped in his body. He did the red lightning thing. Next thing you know, they got away. I was like, Shinola.
Well, you know what? I'll end it off on that, because I know Ninja got a bounce. So I'll say first, I'll let Ninja sign off. Ninja, go on and say peace.
All right, guys, I got about out here. I am Ninja Cosplay. You can find me at the Ninja Cosplay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, wherever fine books are sold.com, Esquire the Third. And lovely chatting with you guys. And I would love to talk some old school anime at some point, so keep that in mind. Watch some old school stuff.
Let's do that
I'll
next
catch
week.
y'all later. Take care.
All right, peace. All right, so Mark Dub, going to finish your point, talking about Shiggy and all that, because Compressed, he did. If it weren't for Compressed, they probably would have been wrapped up.
Right, and that's I hadn't seen in American animation where they do that so often, where they almost make the villains redeemable, and it's like, because the villains are at the same level as these heroes. Some of the villains used to be heroes, and it's cool, man. Like, I dug that. Like, he went out like a G, and his sacrifice really enabled his side to come up, because they was on the ropes. And I hadn't seen that in American animation. Coop, I gotta give Coop his props. Coop always blurtish. He always tells me there's so much in anime and in manga that you're just not gonna see in Western animation. And he's right. I love it.
Yeah, because they do get their kind of like power of love moments where normally that's only afforded to heroes. So,
right.
Props to My Hero for that one. So I'm gonna throw it to Gamma Ray. Gamma Ray, you know what I'm saying? We coming to the end. Going to any final thoughts, and tell them where they can find you.
am pretty happy with the, Bleach and My Hero, the direction they're going, where they kind of ended the seasons off. Chainsaw Man, loved it. I am ecstatic about these new anime they're starting to drop. I have been on the bench of that, so can't wait to, hopefully talk about some of the new things that are coming out on here. And yeah, as always, I love chatting with my fellow homies about all things anime. And you can find me at Gamma Ray Cosplay on all social media platforms. Yeah, just hit me up, check me out. I'm back at it. I've been on a slight hiatus due to life, but I will be flooding everybody's timelines from henceforth. So y'all about to get some good content. So
yo, I'm gonna make sure to share. Make sure to share for real.
Thank you.
We can't wait to see it. Glad to have you back.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up for real. All right, Mark Dub, where can the people find you?
Okay, so y'all, I am Mark Dub, part man, part thug. Using my heart for what heart to make for, and that is love. And I am a Mark Dub on IG. I'm Mark Dub 44 on the Twitter. I be on the streets a little bit. And I'm Mark Wallace in real life and on the Book of Faces. So find me in all them places. And I'm also the co-host of Soul Lab Sundays. We're gonna be doing that thing next month. We had to take a hiatus for this month because our venue had some congestion. But we gonna be like brand new babies in 2023.
I'm gonna get down there one Sunday for that too. For real.
You got to. They have the best DJ in Baton Rouge, Mike T, DJ Soul Lab, and I hear they have a pretty decent host too.
Oh, okay.
Y'all gotta check him out. He's a wild boy.
All right, guys. NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Share all these people, like all these people, comment on all these people. That's the only way we can grow. We got to fight the algorithm because the algorithm ain't going to do it for us. We got to do it for ourselves. So anyway, until next time, until next episode, until next arc, peace.